So I'm at Power Cruise. We're in Shane's Commodore. I don't know what sort of Commodore it is. It's VRVS wagon. And we're going to go on a track. I don't want to do a lot of talking. Let's go do some bloody skids. Get into the action, mate. So we just went for a lap with Shane and Kat, as you saw. Got his VR Commodore here. It's got the blower and that on. I'm going to pass it over to Chris, and he can talk about it. He's going to tell me what the car is, and you're also going to tell me how much power in that it makes.
Well, it's Shane, not Chris, but Chris did build the car. So it's a LQ9 cast iron 6 litre with a Vortec V3 TI trim blower on it. Makes just on 700 horsepower at the tread. It's got a Heltec computer in it, turbo 400 and a Borg-Warner diff.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Chris. It's Shane and Kat. I can't believe. I've been doing it all day. Anyway, yeah. So we went for a lap and did some bloody skids and stuff. It picks up. It melted my face off nearly. So.
Look, it's a good fun car that wasn't built to cost us a fortune. You know, everything was done by CPT in-house from start to finish. When I bought the car, it was a roll and shell diff, no interior, and everything's been done by CPT. So the boys there do a really good job.
Yeah, they do. I can confirm, from my own experience. They're good. Always got something cool going on in there. So also we got Kat here, Shane's wife. She gets in and has a bit of a go, and you took it for a lap earlier, but I didn't get to get in there. You do some skids or what?
Yeah, I have a go. I don't know, but we'll take you out next run.
Yeah, we'll make sure you get to go at the next one, mate.
Yeah, righto. And she'll do some racing. And so you come to all these Power Cruise events, or how many you been to? It's not your first, is it?
It's not my first. I've been to a few now, so I thought I'll have a steer. I get sick of being in the passenger seat, so I'll have to show him up.
To bring two cars next time.
And she can turn a tyre, I will add that.
Yeah, we'll get some proof of that later. Yeah, but before we go, if you recognise Shane and Kat. Is that Shane or Chris?
This is my engine builder, Chris, from CPT.
You all know Chris, he's on the channel all the bloody time.
Yeah, on the pest, the serial pest. But without Chris, we wouldn't have this car where it is, so they really do a lot of work there. And as you know, mate, it's guys like you and him that make all this happen, so thanks to both of you.
Oh, thank you.
I did say thanks.
Oh, I would have picked it up.
He does it to me every time. He bullies me on Wednesday on camera. Bullies me. I don't feel it, Steve.
Oh, no, that's all right. Yeah, but if you recognise Kat and Shane, they own a local asphalt business, a local Coffs Coast business owners. You got what's your business? And you're going to give us a quick little pluggy poo.
Coffs Asphalt or Coffs Harbour Asphalt Services. So we're located in Wangara Drive. If you want to give us a call, we'll come give you a driveway.
Yeah, driveway, roads, space, all sorts of services. There are people to talk to. Anyway, let's go back to doing something, having some fun. Alright, so now we're going for a ride in Chris's drift car. What's it? Brock's drift car.
Brock's drift car.
Brock's drift car with Chris. Just Brock's not here. Alright, so it's the day after Power Cruise, and while we're there I was meant to talk to Chris, but I was busy and he sometimes wasn't there and he was also busy and whatnot, so I didn't get to do a rundown on the green machine on what it is. Just give us a look at the engine real quick, just see that. That'll do. Okay, you can sit back on it now. So we'll have a few clips and stuff for this car coming up, but I just want to talk about what it is because it's a pretty cool thing. So we've got the owner here and then the driver of the weekend, Chris and Brock. So yeah, I'll talk to you about your suspension, your brakes and all that sort of stuff, and I'll talk to Chris about the motor. Right. You okay with that?
Yep. Yeah,
that's good. That's fine. Okay.
Cool.
Right, so as far as suspension, brakes, and all that sort of stuff, how's the car set up? What is it?
So R33 brakes front and rear, R200 diff, 5-bolt shafts, 4:3 ratio. I think they're HSD coilovers, I think, from memory. Yeah, I mean, like I said, pretty kind of standard setup for a drift car. Reliable. We've been driving it for 4 or 5 years, and it's been pretty reliable old girl.
It's not much happens with it in the way of work because it doesn't have to. Just a bit of maintenance here and there and whatnot.
Yeah, a couple of oil changes and set of spark plugs when they foul up. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, no, it's been good.
Yeah, and so we'll go to Chris now about what sort of motor and gearbox this bloody thing is and whatnot. We know about the diff, but so there's a little pod filter there. Talk to us about that first and what the scenario is with that, and then the rest.
So yeah, that's a V3 SI Vortec blower. The engine we thought was a stock LS1. It's actually not. We learnt the other day after all these years it actually has Gen 4 rods in it. It's got the Holly high ram. It's pretty basic really. A billet camshaft, aeromotive fuel system. Runs on methanol. About 13 psi. Did make 720 to the hubs. And then since we've learnt that it's got Gen 4 rods in it, we've wicked it up a little bit more. I was actually saying to Brock yesterday, I wouldn't mind putting it back on the dyno. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to 800 horsepower now. So
I saw the laptop come out at powercruise. What happened there?
yeah, so that was when I turned it up. Yeah, as if I needed to, but anyway. Just cleaned it up a bit because when we thought it was a stock LS1, we just tried to keep it real conservative. Like, yeah, that kind of power is a fair bit for an LS1, but yeah, that's a combination. TR60 gearbox, Textralia clutch, Haltech Elite 2500, all the normal Haltech stuff that we run. Yeah, that's as you've seen, it's a weapon. It doesn't weigh a lot.
It was freaking terrifying. The power to weight ratio of this thing is just incredible. Yeah, I suppose it'd be better when I'm not in it. But
it is fast. Everyone thinks drift cars like they don't put power down that, but they do. Like the grip that it has now, them big rear tyres, and it moves.
The thing that surprised me most is that like I went out with a lot of cars over the weekend in a few Commodores and like Shane's car standing behind the camera, and you know Sips VK and whatnot. Went out in them and you know we're doing pulls and whatever on the track and whatnot, and I thought that was scary enough. Then I get in it with Chris. We'll be mid-pull, 150 kilometres out, and he'll kick the clutch, and it frightened the shit out. It was terrifying. So we went sideways and we're this and that, and it was bloody hectic. So you can drive better than me.
It's a shame that he wasn't there driving, because you get in with him, it's a hell of a lot more wild than when I was driving. Yeah. Let me tell you.
I feel rude because you're at my back. No, I feel terrible. That's fine. He's a silent partner, is he? Yeah. All right, so we'll cut to a few clips of Chris racing it, a few little bloody bits and pieces there of how it went on the weekend. Here we got Sip's car. He wouldn't talk to me on bloody camera. But anyway, a lot of people don't like doing that. But yeah, it's VK, it's got some sort of LS, Turbo 400, hectic bloody shifter there. Yeah, it's cool as. And it goes like you would not believe. And here's Steve's VK from Coffs. Got LSA, it's like 1,000 horsepower, but it's hectic. Coffs Performance Tuning built the motor. It's just sick. This is my first power cruise event, and it is mental. I've never been to one before, and it is sick. It is just action all day, and like it's fast cars doing fast things. It's sick. But, anyway, we just got caught up with Steve in the VK. I've done little bits and pieces of work on and whatnot, and yeah, I think it's been on the channel before. I'm not sure, but anyway, we'll go and have a sticky beak, see what else we can find. See if we can blood to ride off someone else. It's so good not having to worry about my own car blowing up this weekend. Right, what's your name? Where you from?
My name's Riley. I'm from Logan.
Logan. Yeah. So I was standing over at my my garage with my mates, and you rolled past. You, Mr. Mullet, whatever. Yeah. And I jumped in the car, and we went for a lap. We'll put a few videos and whatnot in there. But you were telling me about the car and what it is.
Yeah, it's a 2001 VX Commodore Gen 3. She's got a build auto and just a stock motor with just a it's like a two-step limmy. Just a little advanced thing, you know.
Yeah, and why was your exhaust scraping?
I've got the cheap budget tyres from Bob Jane on the back, mate. The 14s, and they're a bit low.
No, it's sick. No, it's how's that? For what it is, it boogies. I'm impressed. It's a fun. Anyway, it was good to meet you.
You too, brother.
Thank you. Bloody day, mate. I've been here for like 2 hours. I've had all these rides in cars and talk to people. This is bloody sick. I'm starting to think this is better than friggin' bringing my own car here to blow up. Alright, let's see what's on next. What are we doing? Up next, I went for a ride in Ben's little truck. This is a little Austin cab, truck cab, and then it's got on a Daihatsu Delta chassis with a Barra and a 4-speed. It's just pretty cool. And then, of course, we got overkill. Yeah, I put half the motor together for this before Power Cruise and whatnot, as you would have seen on the page. And yeah, had some fun in it too. Right, so I'm going for a drive in Ben's little truck. Yeah. It's not unusual to me. I bloody serviced this thing the other day, adjusted the brakes and whatnot. So it's not, I'm not unfamiliar with this car. I actually drove it. I drove it the other day, Ben. Believe it, I took it for a lap around the block. I nearly died. I nearly died. Look at it must be comfy for you. Yeah, it's because they're not comfy for me. We'll let everyone know it's not just a truck. Come on! Oh, it's just going in. Running and cooling. I try to pin people down for these bloody interviews a bit hard, but next up we've got the Bullet burnout truck. It's got 2 big V8s, Harley for superchargers and turbos, Allison 5-speed and a Detroit locker diff. It's sick. done and dusted, mate. Whew, that was an action-packed weekend. I even missed out on the last day. I come home, it's Sunday today, I'm coming home, so I didn't wrap up the video while I was there because there was a lot going on. I'm still trying to make my videos a bit better, but I'm, you know, whatever. I had a fat time. I haven't spoken to Chris or Shane yet. I assume they had a fat time. Apparently overkill fuel pump broke, fell out of it, something, I don't know, I'm going to have a talk to Ben. But yeah, no, we all had a fat time. I had a sick time. From the moment I left home till right now, I've had a good time. Even when I broke down, that was good fun too. It's all part of the experience. So anyway, that's bloody this video done and dusted. Thank you to the Coffs Performance Tuning boys for bringing me along and whatever, and let me film them and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I had a sick time. So anyway, goodbye. See you later. Have a good one. Oh, merging.